Hello there, Di here. Today I'm making a birthday card and thought I'd try an interesting technique using some washi tape that I saw just recently on one of Eileen McInnes's YouTube videos called ATC Washi Tape Collage. I'll put a link to that in the description box below. And I'd been doing some mixed media morsels, so I had the 4x6 index cards out, and I just thought, well, I'll try it on that and see how it goes, seeing as it was there. I've got rather a lot of washi tapes that I really don't use much at all. I thought, well, this is probably quite a neat way to use them up. So I just very randomly pop down bits and pieces of different tapes onto the card to make a bit of a pattern. The red numbered washi tape I deliberately included because I wanted to use a piece of that on the front of the card, displaying the 40 numeral as it was for a 40th birthday. Now I'm just trimming it up around the edges. I think in Eileen's video she used white gesso to coat her ATC cards, but I'm just using a little bit of white acrylic paint, but I'm really scraping it on very miserly so it doesn't cover the whole of the texture and images, but just mutes it down a little so bits of it peek through and bits of it don't. It's quite an interesting effect. There you can see I'm really scraping it across. Bits of it are a little more white than others. My camera went out at that point, but I added a little bit of the turquoise and pinky purple metallic paint to the front of the card. You can just see it down there on the left, and added a couple of strips of coloured washi. You can see it there. I'm blackening the edges. I went around the edge of the matte piece, which is on the mat behind that piece there, and put some of the turquoise paint just to make the coloured border to match. Edging it with archival ink. Now I'm giving the little crazy bird a bit of a spritz, just with some clear, gleamy Mr. Huey's, and the little bird has got an embossed tail and top knot with red embossing powder. Just searching for his little eyes there in the tub. I like to cut out some white from a heavy white cardstock so they're a bit more definite when you put them onto the bird. Even if I don't give them any dimension, I just like to use the separate beaks and eyes. That's the main card base there, the pink. Just giving that a good burnish. Nice heavy weight. Now I'm just going over the black parts of the bird, the lines, because I'd sprayed it. They were a little bit pale, so I just went over and gave it some of those some better outlines. I did some more in a minute. It was still a little bit damp, and I used my black fine Posca pen for that. I painted his beak with twinkling H2Os in a coral colour that I've been using a bit lately, and I'm just positioning them on the bird there. I went back through and did some more black. I actually gave him some nice long curly eyelashes with the black pen. Now I'm starting to assemble the card, putting plenty of nice wide double-sided tape onto the back of that file card to give it a little bit more stability and oomph. It wasn't a bad weight with all that ATC adhered down, but I just wanted to make sure. Adding a bit of glue stick to make it a little more positionable, and adding it to that bordered piece of matte paper. There it is. Putting a little bit of the Scotch slightly dimensional tape onto the back of the bird. removing the backing tape, putting a little bit of wet glue again. That roll of tape is fairly elderly. It's probably got enough adherence on it, but I like to add a little bit of extra adhesive. I often find I have trouble with adhesives of all types on slick surfaces, plastics, acetates, those sorts of things. So I tend to reinforce everything these days because I've had things pop off the card. I don't want that to happen when I'm giving it to someone else. Just putting all of it onto the card base, and I've made a little sentiment with one of my son. This card is my son to give my daughter. Putting one of his sentiments on there that they joke with each other, and there it is, a little bit of gold leaf. There's the card, there's the sentiment, and also the envelope. See you soon. Bye for now.